Hey everyone, it's Pam from GlamJunkJournals, and I am happy to be back with my next in my series From Inspiration to Junk Journal. This is series number 4, and this is part 2. And today we are going to be focusing on artist trading cards, or ATCs. Well, what is an ATC? Basically, it's a miniature version of someone's artwork that they can trade and swap and basically advertise their art. I think that is such a cool idea. Now, the official measurements of an ATC card is 2.5 by 3.5. And we are going to create some of those today, and I'm so excited. Let me show you one that I did the other day, and I just adore how it came out. It is so pretty. I'm so excited. So anyways, we are going to create some of these today, and I thought, well, I just did one. How can we do more and create a bunch at the same time? And here's what I came up with. Now, this is made from a flashcard, and I just happen to have flashcards that measure 2.5 by 3.5. I know, go figure. But basically, you could use a plain card. Now, plain cards are a little bit smaller than 2.5 by 3.5, but you know, really, who's going to be measuring, right? So what you need to start out with is, if you have any flashcards or playing cards or pieces of cardstock, you know, whatever you want to use. And I am going to lay these out, and it doesn't matter if they're upside down, but me being anal, I want to put them right side up. And I am going to create 6. So we're going to make 6 of these today. And I'm just going to line those up and basically tape them together so that they stay in one spot. And I am just going to be using regular old transparent, really, Scotch tape. Should not be that hard to get off. And so I am just going to tape these so that they stay together and leaving a teeny bit of space in between each one. You could use washi tape. You don't even have to use anything, but I do, just because when I start decorating all of these, they'll probably move around a little bit. So I'm just going to put those together. If I can even do this, right? This tape is sticky. So I hope you guys are all doing well today. I am having a wonderful day in my craft room. We have had some really bad smoke from the Canadian wildfires. I don't know if where you guys are at, you had that, and it looked like the dead of winter. It was surreal, but it's all cleared up today. So I'm excited for the sun to be back. And I also wanted to give a special shout out to some of my subscribers, T, Janet, and Claire. Thank you for commenting. I appreciate it very much, and keep the comments coming my way. So what I did on my example here is I did a little bit of collage. And you know me, I love collage. So I am going to start with the background, meaning a neutral. Now, you don't have to do that. That's just how I like to do my layering. And I think that it lends itself to any sort of theme or any sort of style. Any way you want to embellish your ATC is to start with a neutral. But that's, you know, that's just my personal preference. You could start out with any sort of scrapbook paper. So I am just going to put down a music sheet, and easy enough. I'm just going to take my Scotch Create glue stick and go around each and get in the middle of all of these. Now this one's not even. I'm gonna have to fix that one because it needs to, you need to have space in between each one, and I'll show you guys Y and a little bit. So you want a little bit of space in between each one, and that one got kind of wonky. So there we go. And it doesn't really matter what tape you use because it's going to be covered up. So we're going to go and get a good amount down. Now, granted, you can use any sort of glue. I would just use one that doesn't, you know, make your pages too wet. And then I'm just going to plop this down on there. And then take my wallpaper spreader spatula thingy, bone folder you could use, ruler, and then I'm just going to tear off the extra on the bottom and the top. And it doesn't matter how even, any of that kind of stuff. You know, you can even leave the top on there to create like a fold over effect, which I might do with my backside, and I'll show you what I mean by that. And of course you have to save this because that is cool, right? Okay, so here is the backside, and I want to make sure that I can see where the folds were. So that's just what I do, and you'll see why in just a second here. Now on the other side, I decided to use a book page, and this is really pretty. This is from the Mayflower magazine. Let me show you this. I recently purchased this at an auction, 1904, and it's all about flowers. Isn't that just so pretty? Oh, I love that. So I'm using a couple pages from that, and I'm going to do the same thing on this side. So we're going to go around each of the cards. I know when I pulled these out, I'm like, wow, this is exactly the size. I don't even have to cut them. Bonus, right? But that's, I don't know. That was just karma or something. All right, and I'm going to lay that down. And there again, just take my spreader and smush it all down. And as you can see, the paper wasn't, this one page wasn't exactly wide enough to cover all my cards, but that's okay. I just added two together. All right, now let's see. I don't know if I'm going to do a fold over or not. What do you guys think? I don't know. I don't know. I'm trying to see if I want to do a fold over or not. So I just might. So I'm going to tear down the extra. Keep that stuff. And you can really feel where your card ends up. And on this side I have a little bit of extra, so I'm going to tear that off. And I'm going to use that as another fold over here. So all we're going to do, so I'm going to cut this down, or tear this down, not cut. We are going to cut these apart. And to do that, I'm going to use a straight edge ruler and my X-Acto knife. And as you can tell, you can see where the line is right between the cards. Let me show you that. Right there. So it's right along there. So I am going to just follow that line down. And so that is the reason for leaving a little bit between your cards. Now, if you didn't have cards, think of this. You could just do one sheet of cardstock and then cut them later. That's always an option too, right? So there's one. Let's find the other. Find the other one right there. And it doesn't matter if it's glued down all the way, because I am making these slightly grungy, slightly shabby chic. Sure not to cut your finger, because that would be something that I would do. All right. And then I'm going to take them apart, just like that. And there you have it. Now, I am going to cut down the center here. And you could do, truly, you could make a mass amount. But I wanted to embellish these, so I chose to do 6 and show you guys some different ways to add them into your journals and some, you know, fun ideas for you. And sometimes the tape sticks. See, like that one? I need my scissors. Well, I don't see my scissors, so I'm gonna have to use this. There we go. Okay, last one here. Whoops, gotta hold it down. All right. Now see, there again, there's the tape. Where's my scissors, you guys? I don't know. Use these little guys. That's where the tape is coming in. Okay, move this out of the way. Yikes, right? Okay, now these look kind of meh, right? But they're not even done, not even. So I like kind of to do a fold over with the extra that I have on the edges. Oops. But that, you know, I got to be careful because that is definitely a vintage piece of paper, very old. Do I want to do a fold over there? Yeah, I think that looks pretty. So there again, I'm just gluing down the extra. And you can leave these edges frayed, or you can make sure they're, you know, what's the word I'm trying to use? Straight, so that they're not frayed. So that folds over like that. And that one. And the nice thing about this is this paper is very thin, so it's not going to create a lot of thickness on your tags, but you could always cut it off too. Okay, so there's 2. Oh, I love this. 3, and then on this one, like right there, I'll probably cut that off just to even it, trim it up a little bit. And then on this one, and then like that, I'll trim that up. So you guys get the idea, right? And I've got so many ideas for how to use these in your journals. Oh, it's so cool. Oh no, well, dang. Let's see. See, there it is. There again. Rats. It's because that paper's so thin. Oh. All right, so where are my scissors? I'm going to cut off these edges here. Just make sure, you know, I don't have any things that are just hanging out. Although, if you want to make these really grungy, you could leave that. All right, looks really good. Now what I did on my previous ATC is I rounded the corners, which is what I'm going to do. And also, I'm going to tear this one off because he's just not gluing down. And then I'm going to distress the edges. And so I think what I'm going to do is speed up the camera. And another thing that I'm going to do, but wait, oh no, back up with the truck a minute because I'm thinking too much. I wanted to add a little bit of extra collaging across the center. So, you know, picking, you know, just some other ideas here across the center. I don't know. And I want to make each of these a little different, but similar, if that makes sense, because artist trading cards also come in a set. And granted, I could have done this before I tore them all apart, but you know how I roll. I get going on stuff and then I don't even remember what I was doing. So I'm just going to add these real quick. And hopefully you guys will just craft along with me and make some of your own. See, I like that extra little bit on there. I think that that looks really pretty. Just doing this randomly. That one, I don't know. That looks pretty cool like that, right? Okay, let's do that. That is from a Sears Roebuck catalog. So I'm going to go all the way around on that. And I like the way that the difference in the writing and the pattern. I think that that looks really cool. Really like that one. Okay, and what else do I have? We can do this up and down like that, or across. I still like the across. And this is a voided check, 1916. I think that that looks really, really, even the the writing and everything is just so pretty. All right. Okay, so what I am going to do is I'm going to stop the camera and I am going to distress around the whole edge of all of these, round the corners with my corner rounder, and put my gold wax around the edge like I did. Where's my original? Here it is. Like I did on this one. And then we'll be right back and we're going to embellish these and we are going to put them on some of our pages in our journal. So hold on just a moment. Okay, everyone, I am back and let me show you what I've done on each of the cards. I went around the edge and distressed it and also added my rub and buff wax in gold leaf. I love the way that that just adds the whole vintage feel to it. And I also sprayed with my DIY glimmer mist, and I am going to do a tutorial on that. I just need to find some more eyeshadow. So I'm going to do that, and I've placed some additional bits that I think I'm going to use on the top of each of the cards, and we're just going to start embellishing and creating some ways to use these ATCs in your journal. So on this particular example here, I created this little fold up extra pocket. So we're going to do that real quick here. So I'm going to move the other guys out of the way here. And I'm just going to take this one. And I like the way some of the backs look as is. So I had to choose which I wanted for the front and which I wanted for the back. So this particular ATC has a fold up. And what it is basically a two-sided piece of cardstock. And let me do the measurements on this one. So the ATC is 2.5 by 3.5. So this particular little pocket that we're going to create is 4 by 2. So a 2 by 4. And I rounded the edges, and that's totally optional. And so what I want to do is just create a fold up. Now, the reason I did 2 sides is because I like to have both of the sides, you know, a design on each of the sides like this one. So I think what I am going to do is just going to fold up like that. Just get my little spreader here and flatten that out and distress around the edge again. And take my art glitter glue and just go on the side of the bottom right there to create a pocket like that. Distress the bottom of that one too. And then I just glued this particular one along the bottom third. So we're going to do that right along here to create another little tuck spot on your ATC, like that. So from there, you know me, I have to add embellishments, a little bit of shabby chic flower there. I added some glue-on pearls and, you know, just some little tucks for some embellishments on the back. So I'm going to put another little, see, what am I going to add here? Oh, that looks really good. I'm just going to add that. This is a piece of boho sari trim. Cut that little point off. I don't like the point. And maybe just round that off. And what am I going to use? I think I'm going to use my art glitter glue still and just go around the edge and attach it on there. Whoops. And, you know, the sky's the limit for how much or how little you want to embellish these. And I don't know. I think this is just such a creative way to add some color and some, you know, interest to your journal pages. I need to get this back in here. A little pin in my glitter glue. And so I will probably add some more to that, but you guys get the idea. Just add some little bits behind there. I've got some little teeny guys. Can add, ooh, look at this. Add a little stamp. Oh, that looks really good. I better add that. Oh. And then just gonna let that dry right there. Okay, let's see, so that one is done. I might add some more further embellishments later. This one is just an image that I got off of the graphics fairy. I'm going to glue that straight down to the middle of my card here. And yes, as you can tell, I do have a theme going on here. I love the coloring. This one right here, I glued along the side, and I'm just going to do a tuck right there. So you guys can see how things go. There's a little bit of Edith Holden, and this is a graphic from Everlasting Journals, as is this one. Isn't that gorgeous? I'm going to glue that one down. I think, though, I do want to distress the edge, so let me do that real quick. I just like the way it looks around the edges there. Get that down. And, you know, I just view these as canvases to add additional, you know, embellishments you could add. Oh, what else? Let me see what else I have here. Oh, I've got so many other things. You know, a little bit of lace on that. That looks wonderful. And this one right here, I'm going to glue that one straight down. Put buttons on them. Looks fabulous. Fabulous. Wipe off that extra glue there. Looks wonderful. Okay, so we've got the basis for our tags. Oh, except for this one. what I did on this is I just took a longer piece and did the wraparound. So I'm going to glue that on both of the edges so that you have a little pocket, or a little tuck spot, I should say, right along the middle there. Or you could do up or down, but I kind of like the middle, like that. And then you have your tuck right here in the front, like that, and also on the back. So that looks wonderful. All right, so from here, how do you use these in your journals? Well, I've got some ideas here. So let's see, let me get out a page from the current journal I'm working on. The first one is probably, you know, I don't want to say the most obvious, but just as a standalone, you can, you know, clip it onto the top by itself into the side as a tuck right there. You could add it onto the side of your pocket and clip it on with, let's see, what do I have over here? Got a little embellished paper clip there. So just clip that along the side. Look how cute that is. I love that. Let's see, what else? You could put this on the center on a belly band. I don't have a belly band right here. Another thing you could do is take one of these and add it as a kind of like a floating tuck spot or a floating pocket. So gluing it along the bottom and just adding your additional cards and everything on the back. Look how cute that is. So you've got a pocket or a tuck right along the center of your book. And that just really creates a gorgeous, gorgeous page when you have a blank journal page. So there is another one. And what I thought would be really cool is to take, let me see, I'm going to use maybe these two. And we're going to create a little hinge. And I am going to just add a teeny bit of fabric. Let me get out my scissors here. Hold on just a second. I'm going to use my pinking shears here and create a little hinge. So I'm going to glue that down, and this time I am going to be using my Fabri-Tac. Ooh, do I like, I don't know, do I like that side? I kind of like that side. Oh, okay. This is one of those fabrics where you can use either side, right? Oh, cool. So put that on one side, and then do this on the other side, just like that. Come on, come on. Just leaving a little bit of space. And then, how cute is that? Oh, and then watch how cool this is on your page. So here's that same journal page I had going on here. And you just fold it over the top. And how cute is that? Now you could clip that with something, or you can leave it stand alone. You could glue it, and there you have it. Instant tuck spots for all sorts of goodies. Doesn't that look cool? So we have the over-the-top hinge. So that is a cool idea. Let's see, what else do we have here? Let's see, what else did I think of? Okay, so we did on the side of a belly band and stand alone, and then you had the, you know, pocket where you just tuck other goodies behind it, right? Ooh, or even look, I like two. Wait, look at that. Oh, look how cool that looks. You could glue two of them together. And then you have all sorts of additional places to put cards and, you know, ephemera and tags. Oh, wow. Okay, so the last thing that I was thinking of is creating a little booklet. So what I did is I took some of the papers that I'm using in my current journal and folded them over so that they are the size of your ATC. So I am going to use one on the front and one on the back. Now I don't know which one I'm going to do. Doesn't really matter, right? So let's see, what do I have here? Got this one and this one. Let's just do those. And so there again, you're going to create a little hinge. So I am going to do that with these. And I am going to just cut 2 pieces again and create a hinge. Now, do I want to use, I think I want to use the brightly colored one on the top of this fabric. So let's just glue that together. Do one side and then the other. Like that. And like that, and leaving a little bit of space. See how that looks on the other side. Looks fabulous. Do it, and I think, well, I don't know. Let's see, move this over just a little bit. There we go. And we're going to do the same thing with this little bit right here. Just tack down the sides. And do the same thing right along there. Now I'm not going to leave that much space in between my hinges because my booklet is not that thick. And then took a piece of sari silk and went in the middle of my cute little signature. And then I'm going to tie that right in the center, or I think I kind of like it up at the top and just do a cute little bow at the top. Fluff it around, you know, do whatever you like. So look how adorable that is. That is a cute little booklet using your ATC card. And like I said, you've got additional tuck spots in the front and on the back. Let's see what else. I don't know. You know, you guys get the idea. All these little tucks that you can put in, additional embellishments. Oh, you know, some appliques. Oh, that looks really pretty. Look at this cute little guy. Oh, look at this cute little crocheted flower. Oh, that looks really good too. Buttons. No, I don't like that button. What am I doing here? Oh, that one looks really pretty. So you could add a button along there. You know, it's just, the possibilities are endless, you guys. Okay, so I think that is all I wanted to show you. So let me bring out what we've done so far, or what we did all together, not so far. Let's see. Move all my stuff out of the way. So there you have it. Where's my book page here? Got the fold over here, like that, with your additional areas to tuck goodies underneath. So we've got that. We've got your little mini booklet. We've got the little fold up here where you can add all sorts of little embellishments and little goodies behind it, just like this one. You have the standalone that just looks great on a page by itself, and also clipped along the side like that. Oh, yay! You guys, this is so fun. I love this. So there you have it. ATCs. All sorts of different ways to use them, and I think they just add so much to a page. I'm going to sit here and add all sorts of other little goodies behind here. I'll probably embellish these a little further, I don't know. So I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I encourage you guys to go out and try this because it's kind of addictive, I've got to say. So have a wonderful day, everyone, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video. Bye!